Last week on From Broke to Bank, we ended the week with a current budget of only 77 cents. We had 117 miles left in our gas tank, but we had a current listed value of $2,682.85. We had saved up $20 for gas, but we had a ton of sales, so let's talk about those. Last week, we had 18 sales in total. We had 13 on eBay and 5 on Amazon. Expanding into Amazon has definitely helped us out a ton. So with all those sales, after the typical selling fees, shipping costs, and not to forget about the dollar per item that we sell on Amazon fees, we were looking at a total of $423.03, including our 77 cents from last week's budget, which was a huge come up because this allows us to buy a little bit more, pay a little bit more, and get better items. So with all those sales that we had last week, I also learned a couple lessons. One, I learned how to do a looping background in the background so you guys don't have to look at a bunch of junk while I'm talking. And two, I learned that if you max out a SD card in a GoPro, it'll actually try to compress the footage and speed it up in order to compensate for the space it's lacking before it actually is willing to end the recording. So that corrupts a bunch of footage. So I don't have any actual footage of us going out to the yard sales in the flea market that we went to, but I do have everything separated into the deals. So without further ado, let's talk about what we picked up this week. All right, so I broke up everything that we paid into lots. That way it was easy for me to go through and for you guys to see specifically what I bought at what place. And then we'll go ahead and I'll deduct everything all together at the very end of the video. We'll see how much we have left over in the budget, and we might have enough money to add some more money into the gas budget. I think we're getting very, very low in the gas tank, so we're gonna need to fill up soon. So I wanna make sure that we have enough space for that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into everything we picked up this weekend. So first things first is this massive video game lot here. Everything you see on the green carpet here is all one purchase. I bought out a guy at the flea market. He said he wanted $200 for everything. Most of these games are like $5 to $10 games back here. Not really worried about selling these. These will probably all go on Whatnot starting at $5. I will announce the actual Whatnot stream at the very end of the video, so please stay around for that. That way you guys can put it on your calendar and mark up and get some of those great game deals that I got going on. All of these games in this pile are worth about $15 here, and then everything here is worth about $20 to $25. Like I said, we paid $200 for everything here, including these graded Pokemon slabs. These slabs alone by themselves are worth about $100 altogether. So between that and this pile here, that's about the $200 that we spent, and then everything here and all of these controllers and stuff are just going to be extra gravy on top. So I'm very excited to be able to get rid of this stuff on eBay and Amazon, and then this stuff here we'll probably get rid of on Whatnot. Another flea market buy I had right here was this lot right here. So I bought this Doom game that's brand new sealed. It sells for about $27 to $30 on Amazon, so that was a great pickup there. This Mario Paint is a pretty rare game. I haven't found this before, but I paid up a little bit for this. I paid $70 for the whole lot. This was the bulk of that purchase, but it does have the manual, it does have the mouse, everything has been tested and is working. So this is just gonna be a great sale, I think, on Amazon or eBay. I've seen complete copies with the box go for about $90 to $100. So I'm thinking we can probably get in the 70 range or 80 range just with what we have here. These games were a little surprising at the game shop. I found them in like the $5 bin. This Mario Super Sluggers is definitely a home run here. Boo! Disc only goes for about $27 to $28 plus shipping. And then this Kirby's Epic Yarn goes for about $15 to $20 plus shipping. I also got him to throw in the SpongeBob Creature from the Krusty Krab game for the Wii. Not a huge thing, but SpongeBob is great subject material, so that is going to look good there. So that was that whole $70 lot we paid there. We paid up a little bit for the stuff, but I think we got really quality good stuff here. This Gilmore Girls thing, I walked into a Goodwill randomly throughout the week, and this was the only thing I pulled out, but the season of Gilmore Girls goes for about $28, $30 somewhere in there, and I think we paid $1.50 for it, so that's going to be a great sale on Amazon when that sells. Right here we got these 3 bins of Legos here. Now I paid, they wanted $5 a piece. I paid $12 for all 3. It was a pretty good find because it's not in the top one here. If I was smarter, I would have put everything in there. Dumb. But there were like 7 to 9 minifigures in here. So that is a great find there. Some of these minifigures, the Batman ones, they go for anywhere from $15 to $30 a piece. I'm thinking we can probably, out of this lot of stuff, between what we can sell the Legos for by pound and what we can sell the minifigures for, I'm thinking we're probably gonna get about $100 out of this whole lot. So this was another flea market pickup. I picked this up from a guy that was inside. I luckily walked in there. This is just an empty case of Brilliant Diamond. And then of course, this is just a Wii with Wii Motion Plus controller. Now these controllers are worth a little bit more than the regular Wii controllers because they have the Motion Plus inside. I paid $5 for each of these items. This I should expect to make about 20 back. And then this I should expect probably make about the same, $20 to $25. So I'm thinking probably about a $40 to $50 come back here. This sale was really cool. They were just setting up a lot of their stuff when I just rolled up, but this huge Godzilla only cost me $3. They wanted $7.50 for this automatic counterfeit bill detector. I told them just $10 for both. That was great. I know Godzilla is fantastic subject material. Just one of those things that has a huge cult following. So anytime you see large Godzilla plushies like this, always pick them up. That and Godzilla figurines, if you see them and they're like cheap, I would always pick it up. It's always going to be worth some money. I see this plush in used condition going for anywhere from $70 to $80. So that was a huge find, great pickup, and a great sell-through rate on Godzilla plushies. Just one of those things that I think a lot of people would skip over and miss. There's a lot of dog hair on here from my dog, but we'll lint roll him, we'll get him all cleaned up and make sure that he is ready for the next home he's going to. If you guys are enjoying today's video, please hit that like button and subscribe. We're actually closing in on like 400 subscribers. It'd be a really awesome milestone to hit by at least the next couple weeks. That would be great. I'm hoping to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the month. Now, the absolute find of the day was these three, well, I guess the stack of games, this and this. This lady was having a yard sale. It was $1 only for everything. Not all together. Each item was $1. So now the video games are nothing special. Most of these are about $10 games, $10 to $15 games, but at $1 a piece, going from $8 to $80, that's pretty good. This Squadrons game is actually brand new sealed, so I was surprised. I might try and see if it's selling on Amazon for a bit more. Normally we're able to get a premium for sealed games on Amazon, so we'll have to check that for sure. This Anki Overdrive, I didn't even check if it was in there, honestly. I just thought the box was cool, and I figured for $1 it's worth the risk. I didn't want to take up all my morning just counting all the pieces in this to make sure everything was in here and working. So that was a awesome find there. Now this was the find of the day here. We got this complete CPAP machine here. Now normally everybody's like, well, you can't sell CPAPs because they're prescription, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. What I do with these is I sell these to a company called Second Wind CPAP. What they do is they refurbish and they resell CPAP machines. I have sold this exact model a few months ago and they paid me $300 and they paid me to ship it to them. So they paid for the shipping with a prepaid label and they gave me $300 cash in a check. So normally it's about a week turnaround time for this. I've already emailed them this weekend. I'm probably going to hear back either today or tomorrow. Once I hear back from them and I get them to agree on the price, we'll go from there. I'm thinking I might actually get a little bit more for this one because this one only has 300 hours use time on it. The last one I got actually had 1,100 hours on it, and that's the one they paid me $300 for. So I'm hoping they give me a little bit more for this. It does have all the cables. It does have all the paperwork and stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna want anything except for the power cable. Normally they don't want like the tank, they don't want the hoses or anything like that. They'll just take the device and the power cable itself. This case as well, I can probably get some really good money for. Normally I get like $15, $20 just for the bag itself. So I'm thinking probably on a low safe end, about $315 off of our $1 investment. So now that you saw all the items we picked up, I'm very excited about that CPAP machine. That's almost guaranteed money. And then everything else on top of it is just gonna end up being pretty much gravy. We spent a total of $313.50. That leaves us with $109.53 in the budget. I think now is a good time to take another $20 out of our regular budget to put into the gas budget to make sure that we do not run out of gas. I'm going to leave everything else. We should be good on shipping supplies for a while, but we're definitely going to need boxes soon. So I'm going to leave the rest of the money alone. I'm not going to buy anything else this week. So the one last announcement that I wanted to make for today's video is that we are going to be doing that Whatnot auction that I have been speaking of all this time. Stream is probably going to be a few hours itself. So even if you don't want to come by and buy something, you can come and hang out. I'm not sponsored by Whatnot. I'm just doing this as a thank you to you guys. All of my games are going to start at $5. There's some really good collectibles in there. I'm talking NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I'm probably going to throw in some of the Xbox and PS3 games you guys saw today, and I'm definitely excited to do it, have a hangout session with you guys. Like I said, even if you come by to come hang out, ask me questions, talk to me, it's going to be kind of like a little Q&A, giving away a couple things as well. It's going to be a blast. If you guys do want to sign up and you don't have an account already, you can sign up with my link in the description below. It should give you about $15 in credit. At least last week when I checked, that's what the credit was. It may change over time to time, but the actual auction itself is going to be August 29th, which is a Thursday. I'm going to do it at 6 p.m. Gives everybody some time to get home from work on average. But like I said, even if you guys want to just come and hang out, be sure to do that. All right, guys, so that wraps up today's video. Hopefully I will have some more content for you next week than what I had this week. I do apologize. We did have some great finds though. I'm hoping we make some money. I'm hoping we break $1,000 this week. That would be absolutely crazy. So until next time, here's all the stats for you nerds, and I'll see you in the next one.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.